haven't you? You got yellow whitewash on the ceiling.
It is whitewash, it's just a damp that's yellow.
Hey, I'm shivering. My hot water bottle's gone cold.
Well, blame that. No light, no heat, no water. I was frozen stiff last night.
It's essential to disconnect the main services in advance, Mrs. Sharples.
When the occupant is still in residence.
If you'd only told us where
Who
you're
told
going...
you could sit down? More comfort in strange ways.
Well, you should have stopped with me, you know.
Removal men. They've just come up to that chest of drawers in there. They soon realise that it's screwed down to the ground.
Mrs. Sharples, it's imperative that I know your destination. Now, we've made you plenty of offers, so if you'll just sign these
I'm signing
forms-
out.
But it's
I'm
only...
signing out.
That means nothing, Mr. Arnfield.
You take care of that dressing table and have every mark on it.
Chippendale, is it?
All I want...
If you've got a question to ask, man, out with it.
Where are you going to live?
Mind your own business.
But it is my business.
We've got plenty of petrol in that contraption out there.
Yes? Oh, yes.
Right, well, that's all you need to bother about, then.
Hey, love. You're taking this pianola effort.
That is not a pianola, young man. It's an harmonium given to Mrs. Sharples by the mission. And yes, she is taking it. And don't you dare scratch it or you'll have me to answer to.
Well, two of us can't budge you.
Come on, Am, I'm going to show 'em your muscles.
Me, what? What, me?
Yes, you're great putting your ear to get me out, aren't you?
Yes, but just you, personally.
Right, then. You can either carry me out or carry that out. Take your pick.
Right.
All together.
Now, let's get this straight. She did go on the ice, didn't she?
Well, no. See, she put her skating boots on and then she stood up and fell over and took them off again and went in the snack bar.
But she told me she enjoyed every minute of
Well, I
it.
expect she did. She had 6 sausage rolls and 3 cups of tea.
But no fancy skating, no twirling round on one
So
leg.
shut up, Shirley.
Da 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 da, bum bum. Hey,
Come on, what's going on here?
get off! I give in.
You both look very guilty.
Well, I was just telling David about your skating last night.
Yes.
Aye, and what did he say,
What?
darling?
He said how you were the best on, love, and everybody stood round and clapped and cheered you. Yeah.
I want the truth this time, otherwise I've got ways of making people talk.
Oh, he said you were rotten. You didn't outbreed.
That's more like it. And can I go again tonight?
Yes.
Well, I didn't say that. I thought you did very well for a beginner.
Yeah, I tell you what, love, you can take me, give me some lessons. Nothing fancy, mind you.
Right.
Oh!
You see what it is? I'm a natural born skater because it's my Eskimo blood on my dad's side, you see.
Man, 3 sausages, fattens, please.
£half.
No, just 3 on afro.
Hey, still looking cheesed off then, Dennis?
Ah, it's Jennifer. She's upped it.
Oh, did his little Jennifer go and leave Dennis all on his own then?
Oh, if you knew Jenny like
I
I know
know
Jenny.
Jenny.
Oh, what a gal.
Hey, our Dennis 3 of the best bangers this side of Birmingham.
Pathetic, innit?
Ah, miserable, get out of it.
Go on, cheer up, lover boy.
Mrs. Ogden, you put this glass back. Why?
Well, it's clean, isn't it?
Yes, dear, but it's cracked.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't leak, I checked.
That's not the point, dear. All cracked glasses are immediately discarded. It's always been a rule of the house.
Seems a bit of a waste, though, doesn't it? I mean, just for that shower what comes in here.
Mrs. Ogden, many, if not all of our clientele have very high standards. And after all, they do pay our salaries, so let
Mrs.
us...
Walker.
I haven't quite finished, dear.
No, I know, but I wanted to ask your advice.
Oh, well, feel quite free to approach me at any time.
Oh, I do, Mrs. Walker. I always like to ask you a Stan, because you both got the same outlook.
Pardon?
You and my Stan, you're very much the same. Oh, wait, not to look at.
Well, certainly not.
No, I mean, you're quite a bit older for a start, aren't you? But, I mean, you've both got ambition. I mean, you don't want to spend the rest of your life here with all these yobbos and layabouts.
You know, Mrs. Ogden, likening me to your Stanley could really be considered slander.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Walker. Stan won't mind.
Yes, well, we won't pursue that. Now, what is it you wanted, advice?
What did you want to know, Mrs. Walker?
No, dear. It was you requesting advice from me, remember?
Oh, yeah, what was it? Oh, yeah, I know. Now, do you think it's right for women to go out to work these days?
You know, that is a question that has always intrigued me. You see, in Victorian times, it was completely taboo for a female to take employment, except, of course, as a domestic.
You mean a skivvy?
But today, the social climate of opinion has entirely changed.
Oh, definitely.
And, regrettable though it may be, it is now an accepted fact that the fairer sex do have a definite role in the economy of the country. Emancipation has its disadvantages.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you think it's right? I mean, yes or no?
Ah, well, now, that is what I would call a leading question.
Ah, but you work, don't you?
Ah, yes, dear. But you see, one of the reasons why Mr. Walker and I went into the licensed trade was so that we could always be together.
Oh, is that right, Mr. Walker?
Oh, yes, Hilda, love. We can't bear to be apart. It's agony.
Yeah, but I mean, you still work, don't you?
Yes, dear. But you see, being an hotelier, because after all, we do have the spare room upstairs, is more like, well, a profession.
Oh, you mean like a doctor or a judge?
Yes, well, more on those lines.
You see, I was wondering if it's right for me to go out to work and deny Stan my full attention.
Yes, we only work part-time.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I thought perhaps I ought to devote more time to my home, now that Stan's got such a good job.
What? With Len Fairclough?
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Walker. He's got a lot of potentials there. Len relies on him.
Mrs. Ogden, are you contemplating leaving our little establishment?
Well, yes and no, if you see what I mean.
Well, no, dear, not really.
Well, it's Stan I'm thinking of.
Oh, dear. Both Mr. Walker and I would be very sorry to lose you.
Oh, would you, miss?
Most certainly.
Oh, well, it's very nice to know, but, I think it's about time I chucked it. Say the end of the week, or would you want a month's notice?
Now, don't rush, dear. Just think it over for a little while.
Yeah, all right, then. Any road, I'll go and give you what's it to once over.
You do that. And I'll make us a nice cup of tea, Hilda.
I'm sorry we had to be parted for those few precious moments, love, but I had to go down to the cellar.
If you don't mind, Jack, don't be silly.
Oh.
Mrs. Ogden is talking about leaving us.
What?
Yes.
Never.
Yes. Now, I should be sorry to lose her, although I do admit she has her faults.
You can say that again.
But you see, I have trained her in my little idiosyncrasies.
Don't worry, she won't leave. That £4 a week must come in handy.
I don't think it's a monetary problem.
She won't leave. It might only mean £4 a week to Hilda, but it means 40 pints a week to Stan.
By gone, 30 years. It's flown by. If only these walls could talk. Our Vera growing up, war breaking out, place full of little kids waiting to be evacuated. Elsie Tanner, a teenage bride, not bad looking neither. Big party on VE Day. Ration books, clothing coupons. Poor Martha's funeral. Pantomimes and singing carols at Christmas. Aye, it sheltered me with God's help.
Let's stay, Ina. Don't let them knock it down.
Oh, you daft if there's only bricks and mortar. Come on with you.
I was just making sure you'd left notes.
Well, that's a lot, Ma.
It isn't, you know. There's a couple of coat hangers behind that bedroom door. Go and fetch them.
Coat hangers?
Go and fetch them. I'm not leaving them here for these vultures.
Go and get them on us.
Coats, stone across, 2 coat hangers.
Now, Mrs. Sharples, we're all ready for the off. So if you'll just tell us where to go.
Well, flipping heck did you get that old tub from? I'll swear it's the one that flitted me in here. Well, I hope you fed the horse this time. Thank you. Here, you can have them.
Oh, thank you, Ina.
Mrs. Sharples, if you'll just tell us where to take this. Mrs. Sharples, please. Where to?
Number 5, Coronation Street.
What?
Oh, Ina. Yes, Mr. Arnfield, Mrs. Sharples is coming to live with me just across the road.
Excuse me, Mrs. Walker, could I have a word with you?
Out! Jack!
But I'm dying of thirst. I ate the flying horse.
Mr. Walker meant every word he said.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker. I humbly apologise for saying what I did.
Yes, well, there are some things that are not easily forgotten.
No, I am sorry, honest. So can't we have a truce and let's be friends again? And I'll buy you both a drink.
You're trying to buy your way back into my favour?
Oh, you're even more gorgeous when you're angry. It must be them great big blue eyes and that lovely slim figure that me mum always envies.
Oh, well, thanks, Dennis. It's a long time since I had a double whiskey.
Or me a double Tia Maria?
Yeah, I'll have a whiskey too. Take it out of that, Mr. Walker, will you?
Well, Dennis, I hear that your visitors left a little ray of sunshine behind.
How do you mean, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I'm told that you have a guest in the house.
It was just for a day or two. It was a girl, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
No, there's nothing wrong, you know. She's gone now, any road. Not that it amounted to much.
Is that why you're looking so down in the mouth, lad?
Oh, does it show that much?
Ah, you've taken a fancy to her, haven't you?
Well, not really, Mr. Walker. It's just that I... Oh, what's the use pretending?
Well, she's gone.
Yeah. Perhaps I tried to rush things too much. Perhaps it just was that she wasn't taken.
Oh, well, women can be a bit confusing.
You know, Dennis, love, if you would take a word of advice from someone who does understand the feminine mind a little bit better than Mr. Walker...
Yeah?
Faint heart, Dennis.
Never won?
Fair lady.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, aren't you? Well, what am I hanging around here for, then? Thank you, Mrs. Walker. You're a lovely woman. You'll have to excuse me now, because I've got a suitcase to pack.
It's all right, isn't it, eh? Better not tell you this. I'd love to drive one of them things.
I'm glad Ina isn't here to see it. I've made her have a quiet lie down.
It's going to make mincemeat of it. You sure she didn't leave no tin?
No, but you can go and have a look if you like.
Yeah. Reminds me of one of them tanks we had at war. Can we get your club down? Open that door! Yeah, you're like a big flop. You cast it. Yeah. Look, over there. Come on, yeah, get it on. Oh, flipping there. Carry up.
Miss it. Nobody ever tells you out round here, you know.
I left half my dinner on the table, but by God, it was worth it.
Yeah. Ooh, dead powerful, isn't it?
I wouldn't like to get it raw to that.
Oh, give you a nasty headache.
Reminds you of them tanks we had at Moore.
Well, I'm off. It's too flaming cold here.
Oh, no, don't go. No, they've got all that locked down yet. It's all for free. No, wait a bit.
Oh, well, might as well stop and get my money's worth now.
Hey, this dust gives you a thirst in it. I'll have to ask him for a job.
Hello, Stanley.
Hey, you want to get me shot? Only don't see you. She's a flipping town crier.
Oh, I suppose you know. You're Hilda and my hubby. It's all off.
No, I never mind.
What do you mean, never mind? You enjoyed all the benefits, didn't you?
I'd rather have peace of mind. Are you going now, then?
I've not had a drink yet.
Don't try it here, love. Try the flying horse.
Oh, right. Be seeing you then. Think to your friend?
Hello, love.
Friend of yours, Mr. Ogden?
Oh, no, love. Well, in a way, yeah. She's my great Aunt Fanny on my mother's side.
That's it. What? Mission all gone forever and ever. Nowhere to worship now.
You never went?
Well, I know. Still, it were nice to know it were there if you ever had the inkling.
Look at that old bit of wallpaper.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they should ever knock out down.
Ah, rubbish. You ought to pull Rested Street down while they're at it.
You learned how to pour a glass of ale yet?
Have you found Mrs. Sharples?
Lesson number 1 for you barmaids, the bottle should never touch the glass.
I assure you, Mrs. Sharples, the glasses are perfectly clean.
Oh, I dare say the glasses may be fairly clean, but judging from the state of them bottles, they must have been in your dingy cellar since VE night.
Oh, Ena. Mrs. Sharples, I don't need you or anyone else to teach me how to run licensed premises.
And lesson number 2 is that the customer is always right.
You're speaking metaphorically, of course. These drinks were going to be on the house.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
But it seems that my heartfelt sympathy for a member of the over 60s in her hour of need has fallen on stony ground.
Now listen to me, Annie Walker. You're always digging at us about being pensioners, but you don't kid me, because I know it's only a matter of months, if not even weeks, before you yourself are drawing the old age pension.
Oh,
We'll be very cosy.
Well, don't think I don't appreciate what you're doing for me, because I do. It's a time like these you realise who your real friends are.
And we are good friends, Ena, aren't we? I am happy.
Good. I hope you've had that lumpy bed of yours. It was an old-fashioned building, but it had character. Not like some of the chunky boxes they're chucking up nowadays.
I agree with you there, Mrs. Sharples.
Well, it's gone now. I suppose to most folks it was a drafty old mission, but it was home to me.
Yeah, well, you'll be all right with Mrs. Caldwell. I mean, she's very fond of you. And if there's anything you ever want, you know where to come.
Thank you, lad. That's very kind of you. I'll not forget that.
Give us a pint, Jack. And a bottle of stout for Mrs. Sharples.
Conscience money, councillor.
You want to get rid of that, didn't you, love? I've done it. I've cracked it, huh?
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Do you know, I've nearly forgot what mission looked like.
Hey, here's Prince Albert the consort coming.
My God, oh, read this in it, eh? Shall need to buy a bag of coal for a fortnight. Bet the bonfire now.
Ah, well, you better keep on the move, Mr. Tatlock. You see, the kids round here have been looking for an old guy for.
Oh, well, just wait till Luxie goes up. It'll be a lot better than this. Hello. What's this? You just be right for my back kitchen, will this?
Well, don't ever let Mrs. Sharple see it in there.
No, she's having a Boston Cowboy say here in Campbell.
You're right. Seems a way slow.
Hey, Mr. Tatlock, how would you like a couple of lovely roast spuds with best butter on?
Champion, eh?
Yeah, so would I if you got any.
Get away with you.
Well, I'm going now, Mummy and Daddy. Behave yourselves. No black magic orgies dancing round the fire.
Thank you, David. I think it's a 10-fact job working for your Sharples this time of night.
Oh, I'm puffed.
Hey, you better get your skates on if you're going to go to the ice rink tonight.
You're not going out with Boothie again. Can you trust him?
Oh, aye. Jerry's harmless, aye.
If you were my wife, I wouldn't let you go out with any big, fat slob.
If I was your wife, I'd be married to one, wouldn't I?
Here you are, Ena. I've had you a key made.
Well,
You smashing, Jerry. Honestly, I could sit here and watch you all night.
well, that's what you're doing, isn't it?
Oh, it's smashing.
Look, I didn't just tie them boots to show your legs off, you know. Anyway, come on, give us a bit of your sausage roll.
Oh, Jenny, don't.
I'll pay for that, like you made me.
One of your own.
Well,
Hello, Jerry.
hello.
Well, aren't you going to introduce me?
Yeah. Marta, this is, Irma Barlow. Irma, this is Marta, my ex-wife.
Almost.
Yeah, well, come on, love, we're supposed to be skating, aren't we?
Right, okay. Will you excuse us?